So
Yeah.
so you just poke a few holes just to make sure that.
Test, test, 1, 2. Do I need a mic? Where's my... This is a pretty cool week. Week 1 was really busy. I wish I had my calendar here. I could show it to you. It was really busy from start to finish. Pretty productive, but let's get to the really reals. No net new leads and no net new revenue this week. I did have a coaching call. I currently have 2 coaching calls or 2 coaching clients on the roster. One is every week and the other is every other week. So this week I actually had 1 coaching call. A couple of new leads that came in last week that I had the meetings this week, and we'll progress them. I would call them probably at 30%. If you look at the pipeline sales flow, they definitely got moved from a 1% to 10%, and I believe they're at about 30%. Next week, I think we'll get into maybe a little bit more of the proposal, and so we'll move it to 60%, and we'll see what kind of traction it gets at that portion. A couple cool things this week too. So locked up a March 27th, Wisconsin. I'm hosting a retreat, which is going to be around breathwork meditation, just kind of finding that soul purpose, that vision, if you will, and creating a framework. Creating the habits and having the tools and resources to move forward. That's going to be super cool. I've got the speaking engagement that's locked in for South Dakota for April 2nd. Also found out that I'll be hosting a 2-hour workshop around breathwork and meditation that day as well. It's in a super cool spot. It's like this old Oriental, or maybe just a rug store. Oriental rugs maybe, I don't know. But a lot of cool decor, really cool vibe, and I can envision a very cool setting. So I'm imagining the event, we expect 100 to 150 people. That workshop should. So this week I also started a year-long commitment with my breathwork and meditation coach. He's got an Ethos Flow program that he's built and creating a certification process, and I'm going to be one of his coaches, which I really dig. It just allows me to go deeper. It allows me to just deep dive a little bit more into the modality of breathwork and meditation, and it's something that allows me to increase and enhance my own practice as well as help my clients. So that's pretty cool. Not only that, but I'm back again to being a student under him as a coach, and so we've had our first week of breathwork meditation sessions, and we're starting to create the cadence of just really uncovering those bits and pieces that are really going to serve me to the best, really. Then the other piece of that too is that I've really just kind of swapped up my morning routine, which is really cool. So before, my morning routine was wake up, a little bit of breath work, then get into meditation, hit the gym, hit sauna, get back home. So now it's going to change. I'm doing a 40-day mandala meditation, if you will, and it's 21 minutes. So I've got a protocol for breathwork and meditation. Not going to deviate from that. I'll move into the gym in the mornings, sauna, ice bath, and then I'll come back later on for my actual body workout. Just switching things up a little bit, just seeing what really serves me, what really doesn't, and just kind of playing along with it a little bit. So I've been doing pretty much the same routine for the last 2 years, and it's time to unlearn so I can relearn, if you will. So the best part of the week was 2 days for the week. I got to drop you off at school. In 2 days I got to pick him up. I didn't have to have headphones on. I wasn't on a conference call. It was pretty awesome. And then even better, at the end of the week, he was off at school on Thursday and Friday, and I was able just to schedule those days free and hang out with him, hang out with Allie, and just really enjoy the family time. We went and saw Sonic on Friday, opening day. I didn't have to worry about meetings. I didn't have to worry about a boss. I didn't have to worry about, looking over my shoulder. It was actually really cool just to have that absolute freedom of choice, to be able to do something with my kid or my family and really just enjoy it. That was really, really cool. That was probably the highlight of my week. Probably the hardest part about this week was just maybe feeling a little bit of fear and maybe scarcity. I had one client that really kind of went back on the agreement, and long story short, it was not going to be as much money for the entire time that we're coaching together or we're walking together, versus what it was originally going to be. And so at the end of the day, my job is to serve my clients at my highest capacity. And so even having that and deciding to continue on for lesser money put me in that state of scarcity, and it brought those shadows up a little bit and had me really just kind of in a place where I started thinking, oh my, it's the halfway through the month mark, and I don't have any revenues book. I don't have any big net new leads book. I don't have anything at like 90% in the pipeline. But then I just come back to my breath, and I just go back to knowing that I'm taken care of and I'm supported, and I get great little nuggets like locking up the workshop for WW, locking up the workshop for South Dakota, locking up the workshop for my retreat, even just finalizing everything this week for like that first speaking engagement, and just getting little nuggets of other things to come. And so for me, it's really just sitting in the absolute knowing that I'm taken care of, and it's really just to the point of enjoying being a rookie again. I remember, 20-something years ago when I started in corporate America, I thought maybe I could do like 1 or 2 steps ahead of where I was coming into, because there's a lot of fear. I didn't feel like I was enough. I didn't feel like I was worthy. I didn't have a college degree. I compared myself around or to everyone around me, and that really fed my insecurities. And so now, just being in that rookie state of mind again, but coming from a place of love, coming from that state of love, and coming from that state of just knowing, and just knowing that this has all worked out before, that when I came into corporate America 20-something years ago, I was absolutely out of my element, but I had a strong desire, and I had that emotional bond behind it, or that emotional tie, and it was fear. And that got me through it. That actually got me to a really good place monetarily, in my career. But now just coming out of a different place from this rookie status and just building from there, I think it's going to be like tenfold what I was able to do in corporate America. And I just trust and know that the process is unfolding for me as I continue to remove resistance. So the only game for me on this journey is simply removing resistance. I know what the end game is. I know what the vision is. I'm pulling the levers from a strategy and tactical standpoint, but the main game for me is keeping this in line. And that means removing resistance, so that when I have those weeks that there's no revenue, when I have those weeks that people are backing out, when I have those weeks that maybe I'm negative in revenue, just remembering and knowing that I'm always taken care of, that the reason that I'm here is because I've put one foot in front of the other, and that every time that I took a chance on something, every time that I stretched, it always worked out. And so nothing to fear, nothing to hide. And the only thing to fear is the story of fear itself, and that's all it is. It's that story trying to trap you and bring you back to your comfort zone. And that comfort zone is that place where we've built this character, if you will, to support the insecurities. So it's that old character just wanting to pull me back where it's nice and comfortable. And as the character development builds, right, it's going to take some work to exercise those new beliefs and those new habits. So just a quick recap of week 1. Week 1 was a little bit of an emotional journey, a little bit of a head game, but it worked out really well. And next week I'm really looking forward to it. It's a short week. We're going out of town. I get to go see my little brother wrestle for the first time, which is pretty awesome. And just really enjoying the day-to-day of just waking up and having fun and just allowing business to happen as a result.